Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Charanarottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Diri Nashtapraeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtike. So continuing with the discussion on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila, chapter 7, the Lord begins his tour of South India. So yesterday we were discussing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was about to leave for South India tour with Kala Krishna Das, and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya requested him that when he is in South, he should meet Sri Ramanand Rai. So further Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is saying, तुम्हारे संगेर योग्य ते हो एक जाना पृथ्वी तेरा सिख भक्त नाही तार सान. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya continued, Ramanand Rai is a fit person to associate with you. No other devotee can compare with him in knowledge of the transcendental mellows. Panditya har bhakti ras duhir teno seema sambhashile janibe tumi tahar mahim. He is a most learned scholar as well as an expert in devotional mellows. Actually, he is most exalted, and if you talk with him, you will see how glorious he is. Alokik vakya cheshta tare na bujhiya, parihasa kariyaji tare Vaishnav baliya. I could not realize when I first spoke with Ramanand Rai that his topics and endeavors were all transcendently uncommon. I made fun of him simply because he was a Vaishnava. Anyone who's not a Vaishnava or an unalloyed devotee of the Supreme Lord must be a materialist. A Vaishnava living according to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's injunctions is certainly not on the materialistic platform. Chaitanya means a spiritual force. All of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's activities were carried out on the platform of spiritual understanding. Therefore, only those who are on the spiritual platform are able to understand the activities of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Materialistic persons cannot understand these activities and are generally known as karmis or jnanis. The jnanis are mental speculators who simply try to understand what is spirit and what is matter. Their process is neti neti. This is not spirit, this is not Brahman. So this is all what they do. The Gyanis are little more advanced than the dull-headed karmis who are simply interested in sense gratification. Before becoming a Vaishnava, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was a mental speculator, Gyani, and being such, he always cut jokes with Vaishnavas. A Vaishnava never agrees with the speculative system of the Gyanis. Both the Gyanis and karmis depend on direct sense perception for their imperfect knowledge. The karmis never agree to accept anything not directly perceived, and the jnanis put forth only hypotheses. However, the Vaishnavas, the unalloyed devotees of the Lord, do not follow the process of acquiring knowledge by direct sense perception or mental speculation. Because they are servants of the Supreme Lord, devotees receive knowledge directly from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as he speaks it in the Bhagavad Gita, or sometimes he imparts it from within as the Chaitya Guru. As Lord Krishna states in Bhagavad Gita, Tesham satatyuktanam ajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mahopayanti te. To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. So, as Prabhupada is explaining, Vaishnavas receive knowledge either from scriptures such as Bhagavad Gita, and not just reading the scriptures through a bona fide guru, or through the Supreme Lord himself. But the jnanis, or so-called jnanis, actually, their jnana is diluted Gyan. Because if they remove Krishna, then what is left? It is not worth it. But this is what they're after. And they always make fun of devotees that you are sentimentalist. So their gyan, which is all either dry speculative knowledge or diluted knowledge, and they're very, very proud of it, unless they come across some Vaishnava, some devotee, like Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya came across Supreme Lord himself in the form of a devotee and who taught him the real thing. Now he is appreciating what he was speaking with Ramanand Rai about. So this is a real knowledge actually, but those who are speculators, they always consider that devotees are just sentimental fools. They have no knowledge. Yeah, we don't have knowledge as they say what knowledge is. Our knowledge is only based on Krishna, and knowledge which takes us to Krishna, to serve Krishna. That is a real knowledge. That is what Krishna also says, and that is what we are after. Not just some dry knowledge, dry speculative knowledge, or diluted knowledge. The Vedas are considered to have been spoken by the Supreme Lord. They were first realized by Brahma, who is the first created being within the universe. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kave. Our process is to receive knowledge through the Parampara system, from Krishna to Brahma to Narad, Vyasa, Chaitanya, Mahaprabhu, and the six Goswamis. By direct succession, Lord Brahma was enlightened from within by the original person, Krishna. Our knowledge is fully perfect due to being handed from master to disciple. A Vaishnava is always engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, and thus neither karmis nor jnanis can understand the activities of a Vaishnava. It is said later on in Madhya Lila only, Vaishnavera kriya mudra vigya na bujha. Even the most learned man, depending on direct perception of knowledge, cannot understand the activities of a Vaishnava. After being initiated into Vaishnavism by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya realized what a mistake he had made in trying to understand Ramanand Rai, who was very learned and whose endeavors were all directed to rendering transcendental loving service to the Lord. So not easy to understand devotees. And now Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is appreciating Ramanand Rai, his mood, his knowledge, and he's asking Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please meet him. Tomar prasade be jani nu tar tattva, sambhashile jani be tare ye mana mahatva. The Bhattacharya said, by your mercy, I can now understand the truth about Ramanand Rai. In talking with him, you also will acknowledge his greatness. Angikar kari Prabhu tahara vachana, tare vidai dite tare kailahalinga. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's request that he meet Ramanand Rai. Bidding Sarvabhauma farewell, the Lord embraced him. Ghare Krishna bhaji more, kari ashirvade, nila chale ashiyena tumhara prasade. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked the Bhattacharya to bless him while he engaged in the devotion service of Lord Krishna at home, so that by Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Sarvabhauma's mercy, the Lord could return to Jagannath Puri. See the humility of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's asking Bhattacharya to bless him. That's amazing. The word Kariha Ashirvade means continue to bestow your blessings upon me. Being a sannyasi, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in the fourth order of life and was thus due all respect and adoration, whereas Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya as a householder was in the second order. A sannyasi is supposed to offer blessings to a grihastha. Yet now, by his practical behavior, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu requested the blessings of a grihastha. This incident shows the special significance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's preaching. He gives equal status to everyone, regardless of material considerations. His movement is thoroughly spiritual. Although apparently a grihastha or householder, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was unlike the so-called karmis interested in sense gratification. After being initiated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Bhattacharya was perfectly situated in the spiritual order. Thus, it was quite possible for him to offer blessings even to a sannyasi. He was always engaged in the service of the Lord, even at home. This is what Mahaprabhu said, when you're engaged in service of the Lord, please bless me. That's amazing. So in our disciplic succession, we have the example of a perfect householder, Paramahansa, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. In his book Sharnagati, Bhaktivinoda Thakur states, Ye din grihe bhajan dekhi, grihete golok bhai. Whenever a householder glorifies the Supreme Lord in his home, his activities are immediately transformed into the activities of Golok Vrindavan. Spiritual activities taking place in the Golok Vrindavan planet of Krishna. So his house becomes like Golok Vrindavan. Activities exhibited by Krishna himself at Bhaum Vrindavan, the Vrindavan Dham existing on this planet, are not different from his activities on the planet Golok Vrindavan. This is proper realization of Vrindavan anywhere. In our Krishna consciousness movement, we inaugurated the new Vrindavan activities, wherein devotees are always engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. And this is not different from Golok Vrindavan. So new Vrindavan, which is in USA. Now, because devotees are always engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. And this is not different from Golok Vrindavan. This is the beauty of bhakti. Even in new Vrindavan, any home, wherever deities are being served, names are being sung, Krishna is offered bhoga, that place is not different. Same thing happens in Golok Vrindavan. Of course, the devotees there are in complete, pure devotional love for Krishna. We are trying to develop that. That's all. The conclusion is that one who acts strictly in the line of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is competent to offer blessings to sannyasis, even though he be a grihast householder. Although he is in an exalted position, a sannyasi still must elevate himself to the transcendental platform by rendering service to the Lord. By his actual behavior, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu begged the blessings of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. In this way, he set the example of how one should expect blessings from a Vaishnava, regardless of his social position. And also, on another hand, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was much older than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it's just quite natural. And Mahaprabhu asked for his blessings. Ete bali Mahaprabhu kari lagamana morchithaya taha padila Sarvabhauma. Saying this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu departed on his stool, and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya immediately fainted and fell to the ground. Tare upekshiya kaila shigra gamana kebhujite pare Mahaprabhur chittamana. Although Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya fainted, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not take notice of him. Rather, he left quickly. Who can understand the mind and intention of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? It was naturally expected that when Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya fainted and fell to the ground, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would have taken care of him and waited for him to regain consciousness. But he did not do so. Rather, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately started on his tour. It is therefore very difficult to understand the activities of a transcendental person. Sometimes they may seem rather odd, but a transcendental personality remains in his position, unaffected by material considerations. Mahanubhaver chittera swabhavehaya pushpasama komala kathina vajramaya. This is the nature of the mind of an uncommon personality. Sometimes it is soft like a flower, and sometimes it is hard as thunderbolt. The softness of a flower and the hardness of a thunderbolt are reconciled in the behavior of a great personality. The following quotation from Uttar Ramacharita explained this behavior. One may also consult Madhya Lila, 3rd chapter. So Uttar Ramcharit says, Vajrat api kathorani mriduni kusumadapi loka toranam chetanshi kono vigyatam ishvara. The hearts of those above common behavior are sometimes harder than the thunderbolt and sometimes softer than a flower. How can one accommodate such contradictions in great personalities? नित्यानंद प्रभु भट्टाचार्य उठाईला तार लोक संगे तारे घरे पाठाईला. Lord Nityanand Prabhu raised Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and with the help of his men saw him to his home. Bhakta Gana Shigra Asi Laila Prabhu Sath Vasta Prasad Laya Tabe Aila Gopinath. Immediately all the devotees came and partook of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's company. Afterwards, Gopinath Acharya came with the garments and prashadam. Sabha Sange Prabhu Tabe Alal Natha Aila Namaskara Kari Tare Bhaustuti Kaila. All the devotees followed Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to a place known as Alal Nath. There they all offered respects and various prayers. Prema Vesha Nitya Gita Kaila Katakshana Dekhi Te Aila Taha Vaise Yatajan. In great ecstasy, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced and chanted for some time. Indeed, all the neighbors came to see him. Chodikete sabaloka bale hari hari prema veshe madhya nitya kare gaura hari. All around Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is also known as Gaur Hari, people began to shout the holy name of Hari. Lord Chaitanya, immersed in his usual ecstasy of love, danced in the midst of them. So this is what he appeared in the material world to give Golok Prem to everybody through chanting, congregational chanting of the holy names. And now he has just started. He is in Alalnath. And people are gathering around him and chanting the names of Hari. And Mahaprabhu also immersed in his ecstasy of love. Kanchana Sadrish Deha Aruna Vasan Pulakashu Kampasveda Tahate Bhushan. The body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was naturally very beautiful. It was like molten gold, dressed in saffron cloth. But now he became most beautiful due to being ornamented with the ecstatic symptoms of bodily hair standing on end, tears welling up in his eyes, trembling and profuse perspiration. So he was experiencing all kinds of ecstatic symptoms. देखिया लोकेर मने हैला चमत्कार यत लोक ऐशे केहा नाहि आए घार. Everyone present was astonished to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's dancing and his bodily transformations. Whoever came did not want to return home. Keha nache keha gaye Shri Krishna Gopala Premete bhashila loka Stri Vridha Bala. Everyone, including children, old men and women, began to dance and chant the holy names of Shri Krishna and Gopal. In this way, all floated in the ocean of love of Godhead. See, again, People don't understand what's the real purpose of religion. The word religion actually comes from re, and legion is either Greek word, I think it's Greek word, means to relink our consciousness with the Supreme. So relinking our consciousness means the consciousness is of the soul, not of the body anyway. So it's for everybody. Not that it's only for Brahmins, so-called Brahmins, or higher caste. Here it is said, children, old men, and women, they all came. And obviously other men also. So it's open for everybody and anybody. And especially when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come, he completely made it open for everybody. Anybody can chant and dance and attain Krishna prema. It's so simple. Not that so-called caste system is there and one cannot do this, one cannot do that. And rules and regulations in chanting of the holy name, there are no rules and regulations. One can chant anytime, anywhere, in any way possible. Yes, when we sit down with Jap Mala, at least one should be in a clean state. But otherwise, without Jap Mala, one can chant anytime, any place. So it's for everybody. This is what Mahaprabhu's message is. देखी नित्यानंद प्रभु कहे भक्त गण यही रूपे नित्य आगे हमें ग्राम ग्राम. Upon seeing the chanting and dancing of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Nityananda predicted that later there would be dancing and chanting in every village. Habe grame grame. He did not say every village of India. See the words here? Every village means every city, every place all over the world. This prediction of Sri Nityanand Prabhu's is applicable not only in India, but also all over the world. That is now happening by His grace. The members of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness are now traveling from one village to another in the Western countries and are even carrying the deity with them. These devotees distribute various literatures all over the world. We hope that these devotees who are preaching the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will very seriously follow strictly in his footsteps. If they follow the rules and regulations and chant 16 rounds daily, they endeavor to preach, the cult of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will certainly be successful. So in India, yes, we know that temples everywhere and devotees go around, chant and dance and do book distribution, prasadam distribution. But there was also a bullock cart, Padayatra program. So they had bullock and cart and devotee, and Loknath Maharaj had started this long time back when Prabhupada was here. Then the devotees would go chant, dance with the bullock cart all over and villages after villages. And they would distribute prasadam, distribute literature, teach them about Krishna consciousness, and go to the next village. And devotees here also, in America also, they did bullock cart, Padayatra. And can't even imagine in America somebody doing that. But they did it. Unfortunately, it's not going on now, but they did it earlier. Ati kal haila loka chadi ana jahai, tabe Nityananda Gosai Srijila upai. Seeing that it was already getting late, Lord Nityananda Prabhu, the spiritual master, invented a means to disperse the crowd. So Nityananda Prabhu also went to Alalnath. From there on, Mahaprabhu went with Kal Krishnadas alone. So Nityananda Prabhu and probably other devotees also went to Alalnath. मध्याह्न करीते गेला प्रभु केला ताहा देखी लोका ऐसे चौदी के धाया. When Lord Nityanand Prabhu took Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for lunch at noon, everyone came running around them. Madhyana Kariya Ila Devata Mandire Nijya Gana Praveshi Kapat Dila Bahirdware. After finishing the baths, they returned at noon to the temple. Admitting his own men, Shri Nityanand Prabhu closed the outside door. Tabbe Gopinath Dui Prabhur Bhiksha Karahila. Prabhur Shesha Prasadana Sabe Banti Kahi Khaila. Gopinath Acharya then brought prasadam for the two lords to eat, and after they had eaten, the remnants of food were distributed to all the devotees. Shuni Shuni Loka Sabha Ashi Bahir Duhare, Hari Hari Bali Loka Kolahal Kare. Hearing about this, everyone there came to the outside door and began chanting the holy name, Hari, Hari. Thus there was a tumultuous sound. Tabbe Mahaprabhu Dwar Karaila Mochan Anandaya Siya Loka Paila Darshan. After lunch, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made them open the door. In this way, everyone received his audience with great pleasure. Ei matta sandhya parayant loka ase jaye, Vaishnava haila loka sabe nach gaye. The people came and went until evening, and all of them became Vaishnava devotees and began to chant and dance. Ei rupe sai thai bhakta gana sange, sai ratri gonaila Krishna katha range. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then passed the night there and discussed the pastimes of Lord Krishna with his devotees with great pleasure. Prata kale snan kari kari lagaman, bhakta gane viday dila kari alingan. The next morning, after taking his bath, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started on his South Indian tour. He bade farewell to the devotees by embracing them. मूर्छित या सबे भूमि ते पड़ीला ताहा सब पाने प्रभु फिरी न चाहिला. Although they all fell to the ground unconscious, the Lord did not turn to see them but proceeded onward. Viche Devyakula Prabhu Chalila Dukhi Haya Pache Krishna Dasa Jai Jalapatra Laya. In separation, the Lord became very much perturbed and walked on unhappily. His servant Krishnadas, who was carrying his water pot, followed behind. Bhakta Gana Upavasi Tahai Rahila Ara Dine Dukhi Haya Nila Chale Aila. All the devotees remained there and fasted, and the next day they all unhappily returned to Jagannath Puri. Mata Sima Pray Prabhu Kari Lagamana Prema Vesha Jai Kari Nama Sankirtan. Almost like a madman, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went on his tour filled with ecstatic love and performing Sankirtan, chanting Krishna's names as follows. So this is next bhajan Mahaprabhu sang, and it is very popular in ISKCON and among Gaudiya devotees. Krishna, 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 Hai. Krishna, 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 Hai. Krishna, 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 Rakshamam. Krishna, 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 Pahim. Rama Raghav, Rama Raghav, Rama Raghav, Rakshamam. Krishna Keshav, Krishna Keshav, Krishna Keshav, Pahim. The Lord chanted this mantra. That is, O Lord Krishna, please protect me and maintain me. Rakshamam and Pahim. And he also chanted Rama Raghav, Rama Raghav, Rama Raghav, Raksham. That is, O Lord Ram, descendant of King Raghu, please protect me. O Krishna, O Kesha, killer of the Keshi demon, please maintain me. Ei shloka padi pathe chalai lagora hari, loka deki pathe kahe bala hari hari. Chanting this verse, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, known as Gaur Hari, went on his way. As soon as he saw someone, he would request him to chant Hari Hari. Sei loka prema mata haya bale Hari Krishna Prabhur pache sange jai darshan satrishna. Whoever heard Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chant Hari Hari also chanted the holy name of Lord Krishna and Hari. In this way, they all followed the Lord, very eager to see him. Katakshane rahi Prabhu tare alingiya viday karila tare shakti sanchariya. After some time, the Lord would embrace these people and bid them return home, having invested each of them with spiritual potency. In his Amrit Pravaha Bhashya, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains that this spiritual potency is the essence of the pleasure potency and the knowledge potency. By these two potencies, one is empowered with devotional service. Lord Krishna himself or his representative, the unalloyed devotee, can mercifully bestow these combined potencies upon any man. Being thus endowed with such potencies, one can become an unalloyed devotee of the Lord. Anyone favored by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was empowered with this Bhakti Shakti. Thus the Lord's followers were able to preach Krishna consciousness by divine grace. Means they would go home with this potency given by the Lord, the pleasure and the knowledge. And when somebody has this, then means he is empowered. And then when they go home to go to their village and they would preach to others, and this is how whole villages became Vaishnavas. Sei jana nija grame kari agamana Krishna bali hase kande nache anukshan. Each of these empowered persons would return to his own village, always chanting the holy name of Krishna and sometimes laughing, crying and dancing. Yara deke tare kaha Krishna naam, ei matta Vaishnav kaila, sab nij gram. Such an empowered person would request everyone and anyone, whomever he saw, to chant the holy name of Krishna. In this way, all the villagers would also become devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, in order to become an empowered preacher, one must be favored by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or his devotee, the spiritual master. One must also request everyone to chant the Mahamantra. In this way, such a person can convert others to Vaishnavism, showing them how to become pure devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And also another thing to notice is, a shloka, it says, such an empowered person would request everyone and anyone to chant the holy names of Krishna. Not that he would force them, not that he would trick them. You just request, simple. That is the right preaching, actually. And also, as Prabhupada said, once somebody is empowered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or the spiritual master, then he can preach. Gramantare bhaita dekhite aila yata jan, tara darshan kripai hai tara sam. People from different villages who came to see such an empowered individual would become like him simply by seeing him and receiving the mercy of his glance. Sei jai grame loka Vaishnava karaya, anya grami asi tare dekhi Vaishnavaya. When each of these newly empowered individuals returned to his own village, he also converted the villagers into devotees. And when others came from different villages to see him, they were also converted. Sei jai ara grame kare upadesha, ei matta Vaishnav haila sab dakhin desha. In this way, as empowered men went from one village to another, all the people of South India became devotees. Ei mata pathe yaite shata shata jahana, Vaishnav kare tare kariya lingahan. Thus many hundreds of people became Vaishnavas when they passed the Lord on the way and were embraced by him. यही ग्रामे रही भिक्षा करें यार घरे, सही ग्रामे रियत लोका ऐसे की बारे. In whatever village Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed to accept alms, many people came to see him. Prabhur kripaye hai Mahabhagavata, sei sab acharya hai tarila jagata. By the mercy of the Supreme Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, everyone became a first-class devotee. Later, they became teachers or spiritual masters and liberated the entire world of their area. एहि मत कैला यावत गेला सेतु बंधे सर्व देश वैष्णव हैला प्रभुर संबंधे. In this way, the Lord went to the extreme southern part of India and converted all the provinces to Vaishnavism. I guess I can stop here. See anybody has any questions or comments. Okay, you all have a safe and wonderful day. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Radha.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.